Yeah, the newest announced headliner for the State Fair is going to make you want to shake your booty.
Yes, indeed. It's Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Shake, shake, shake.
So let's chat with Mr. Casey himself. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you? How's everything?
Fantastic.
We are doing fantastic. Okay, so I got to ask you, because your music has been shaking booties for what, 40 plus years at this point. When you first started out, did you have any idea it would be going on for this long?
No, you never can think that. You're not thinking that far ahead of time.
Yeah.
When you're in the beginning of it all, you're just doing. I was just doing what I love to do, and was making music for the moment.
Yeah. Can we talk about the beginning, because it's Casey and the Sunshine Band now, but the name started out something different, kind of based on the parades that they have, the festivals in the Bahamas.
Right. So what happened is I had went to a wedding, and the Junkanoo band was playing there, and the sound is so infectious. And I was managing Timmy Thomas at the time, and I booked him at a show in Washington D.C., and everybody's blowing whistles, and the Junkanoo music has whistles, drums, and horns.
Yeah.
And so I went back in the studio, recorded this song, wrote the song called "Blow Your Whistle." And brought the Junkanoo band in to play, and hired some studio musicians, for the track, and put out a record called "Blow Your Whistle," and called it Casey and the Sunshine Junkanoo Band. There was really no band.
It was whistle heavy. That is so cool. So, and now we know Casey and the Sunshine Band is this huge, like, so many instruments and so many people, and it's such a good time and a party now. Is that the way you like it? You like a nice, full, healthy band?
Yeah, I mean, it started. I put horns on the record, so when I toured, I had to have horns, and there were several keyboard parts and guitar parts, and I always brought the background singer. Oh, God bless his soul. I brought out the background singers, so it all adds up. So now there's 15 of us on stage.
So great.
Do you remember, back in those early days, as the music's coming out and it starts to take off? Do you remember a moment when you were like, "Oh wow, I'm famous now"?
Well, I mean, I was kind of famous in the background for a little bit, because I wrote some, co-wrote some R&B hits and stuff, and then I wrote "Rock Your Baby" for George McRae, that was like #1 in 51 countries in 1974, before all the Casey and the Sunshine Band stuff happened. And then we kind of broke out in Europe in late '74. And it wasn't until '75 that we had "Get Down Tonight" that just became an international hit, and that kind of kicked everything off, for me here in the States. So, yeah, and I came from this one hit, wonder company, so I'd already had my one hit, and I thought, well, that's that. So, and "Get Down Tonight" came on the Billboard chart at '98, and it fell off. And I went to the owner of the company and said, "Henry, it's a hit song. What's going on?" He says, "Don't worry about it." And that was it.
Wow. Well, here we are 50 years later, so
right?
I think it's gone pretty well.
So we're very excited, because you're going to be one of the headliners at the State Fair this summer here in California. So the 25th of July is when you're going to be hitting the stage. Any insight as to how you will open the show? I just want to know what color bell bottoms to wear.
I don't know what. We have two sets. We have a set A and a set B, which is one is a more purplish color, and the other set A is blacks and silvers and stuff like that, and blues and greens. I won't have bell bottoms on, but we'll have for sure.
What's it like for you when you look out at the crowd? Because I would imagine there's a lot of younger people now who know your music from their parents, to see the different age ranges of the folks in the crowd.
That's my moment. I think that's any artist's moment, is that is that moment on stage. That's when I'm the happiest.
Yeah.
It's my moment to feel and to actually see the fans, and share a moment of love and happiness and just good times with the crowd. And there's nothing like it. It's my one connection with the audience, and I love looking out there and seeing all ages. I've always had a very diversified age as far as fans, and like babies to grandmas, I used to say.
So good. Well, it was just, the news just dropped today. Casey and the Sunshine Band at the California State Fair, July 25th. Get those tickets. All the information is on the website, which we've also linked to ours. Mr. Casey, A pleasure to
Thank
talk
you.
to you this morning, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a sunshiny day.
You too. We'll see you in
Thanks,
July.
same to you. So good.
That was fun.
I know, right? I love that. And it's good music, too, for sure.
Booty shaking music.
Booty shaking.